Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's talk about the civil status documents or identity documents or passports that you'll need once you receive your ITA and now you're applying to Saskatchewan. Now, since Saskatchewan is a very hot piece of cake right now and everybody wants to know, wants to jump in the pool, so that's why I'm creating this video series to help you guys understand the process so that you don't make a mistake. So when we talk about civil status, and your identity documents, these are the documents that you will need. First of all, birth certificates. Okay, now the rule of thumb is that your birth certificate will mention both your parents. If you are the primary applicant, then your parents' name should be mentioned on your birth certificate, and if you are providing birth certificates of your kids, then yours and your spouse's names must be present on your birth certificates. Now, many people ask me, because we're from the subcontinent, right? So we usually, I mean, not usually, but some of us don't have birth certificates because obviously we make shift of things without getting the birth certificate. Subscribers, they ask me the way around it. Well, to be honest, if you're from the subcontinent, and have you ever, I mean, I ask a question, have you ever gone to a municipality or the union council in your area? So they do things, they do wonders. In my case, when I needed to go and get something rectified in my marriage certificate, I didn't need to bribe anyone. I just asked them nicely. Yes, they made me come back after 2-3 days. I went back and I got it done. Okay, so still, I mean, your union council, your municipality must have your birth certificates with you. It is simply that you don't have them with you, they might have it. So first get it checked. If you don't have it, then get it made. Okay. So the birth certificates of the primary applicant and the accompanying spouse, I mean, some cases you would need a birth certificate of non-accompanying spouse as well if it is a matter of settlement funds. Okay, and each accompanying dependent child. Okay, and also non-accompanying dependent child, the children that are born in Canada. Okay, so if your children are born in Canada, so they are obviously non-accompanying you because they are already in Canada, so you'll need birth certificates for them. Okay, now this is the first type of civil status or identity document. Okay, then the second one is your marriage certificate if you're married. Okay, if you're a widow, then you'll need a death certificate for your former spouse as well. And if you have a common law relationship, then you'll need to fill another form for that as well. And the relationship must be at least 1 year of common law relationship. Okay, if you don't know what is common law relationship, Google it. Okay, now if you or your spouse has been divorced previously, okay, then the final divorce documents for all the divorces that you have, I mean, if that's the case, I hope not. And also custody and child support documents of your dependents, if they're not accompanying you, would also be needed. Okay, and if you have an adopted child, then adoption papers as well. Now let's talk about passports. So when we talk about passport, we need to include the main bio page of your passport, which shows the following: the passport number, the date of issue, date of expiry, photo, name, and place of birth. And you need to provide these passport bio page for the primary applicant, and if the spouse is accompanying, and if the dependent children are accompanying. Okay, so these are the things. And your passports need to remain valid throughout your immigration process. Okay, and if you know that your passport is going to expire within 6 months, then you can go ahead to your passport office and get it renewed. And in the news, I read that Pakistani passports are now valid for 10 years, fresh passports, in the same old fee. So this is probably this is a promotion by the government. So if you can avail that, or if you can comment that, if you can confirm that, then please comment as well. So apart from these identity and civil status documents, if you are currently living in another country that is not your country of birth, then you will need to provide a visa for that country as well, so that they know that currently you are having a legal status somewhere. Okay, obviously this will be applicable to the visitors who are visiting a country for more than 6 months as well. Okay, so just a heads up. So these are the identity and civil status documents that you must have. And in Pakistan's case, I believe you will need a translation. I'm not sure about India, but if you need a translation, then this translation will not only be notarized, and the translator needs to be a verified translator, but also SINP has this form and that form needs to be filled by your translator. So you can just Google translator affidavit SINP and you will get that affidavit. So you will need to submit that along with your application as well if your documents are in any other language than English or French. Okay, so with these words, this is Ali Iftikhar and I'm hoping great things are coming your way.